Co.com, and let's dive into the week that's ahead. Chris, I know it's only Monday, but there are a couple things on the schedule that are rather large this week, and so let's start off with the music festival that's going down on the golf course at Overland Park. Grandoozy.
Kind of lame name, but other than that, it's the crowd who puts on Bonnaroo, so I feel like they know what the fuck they're doing, and it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be a great event. I'm gonna be there, so look for me in a no vacancy shirt, and if you happen to come up and
let's do a contest.
Yeah.
I think we decided this earlier. What are you gonna give them away? You pick it. If people run into you wearing the no vacancy shirt, what are you gonna give them?
I guess, I'll give you a shirt, a free shirt. And believe me, they're cool shirts. So we get likes on them all the time. You won't have to worry about trying to order it through a website or doing that. We'll just give you one there.
Bada bing. So why don't we say this? If you run into Chris, who will be covering Grandoozy for us this weekend, and we're going to dive into that set list, or I guess the lineup, and let's say you have to tag us in the picture. Tag No Vacancy CO on Instagram or on Twitter in the picture with Chris. And yeah, we'll just DM you and give you a free shirt. And we'll send you $20 to what's a brewery we like right now?
I'm big on Our Mutual Friend.
All right, so we're gonna give a little OMF $20 gift card and a T-shirt to anybody that can find Chris at Grandoozy this weekend wearing a No Vacancy T-shirt. There's going to be a fuck ton of people there. There's a big lineup, big names. I'm going to let Chris go into that. But there's the challenge. We'll fund it out of the company's pocket. That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah. So look for the shirt. And if you happen to not know what I look like, which you may not,
go to our website.
Yep. You can check it out on our bio page. So just go to the website. You know, if you want a free shirt, $20 worth of beer, do it. But anyways, like getting into the actual event this weekend, I think like the big headliner on Friday night is going to be Kendrick Lamar. Not that I'm not a fan. I listened to his album. I think he won like a Nobel Prize this year or something.
As well as a Grammy.
Yeah. So, I mean,
the Grammy was an easily deserved. Winning a Nobel Prize.
Or maybe it wasn't a Nobel Prize. It was some kind of prize for literature or poetry.
A Pulitzer?
Maybe that's it. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
You keep going. I'll do some research.
Do that. Anyways, though, so he's playing Friday night. I think that's the main headliner. And I am more excited about Saturday night, which Sturgill Simpson is being the big headliner then. And I'm going to be out there all day Saturday. Actually, like, you know, I'll be working a little bit of the event, helping a chef run a little food vendor out there. And then I'm just going to enjoy Sturgill Simpson.
A.K.A. dick around. That's not a bad gig. So, yeah, if you're you may find them behind the counter somewhere wearing the No Vacancy shirt. Well, it'll be a little bit of an Easter egg contest. I'll produce this episode for you, and I'll go ahead and tell you Pulitzer was the one. But I think what we were thinking was the MTV Music Awards. That was the highly prestigious award that Kendrick Lamar won. But so, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to give you the Sunday lineup is Stevie Wonder, I believe, is the headliner. So if you were only going to pick one night this weekend, obviously you're biased because you're going to be there for a fair amount of the weekend. If you're a listener and it's $75 a pop, you can find them on Craigslist. You may even be able to get them on the website. Definitely you can find them on the No Vacancy website. What's the night you would choose of the three lineups? I can pull up the whole thing, but just off of headliners, I mean, I don't think Sturgill's one of them. Sturgill's not even considered a headliner.
That's ridiculous. But either way, I mean, just after hearing what he did at Telluride, Bluegrass.
Florence and the Machine is the third headliner.
Okay. I mean, not bad again. I mean, like, it's a big festival with a big lineup. But after hearing from our friends who went down to Telluride Bluegrass, they said Sturgill just rocked it down there. And so I haven't seen him, and I really want to. So that's. But Stevie Wonder on Sunday, are you kidding me? That'd be great.
Man, you'd be blind not to go to that concert. What's it called? I will be out of town this weekend, so I can sit here and harp all day about like what shows will y'all will be doing the dirty work. And I know it seems kind of convenient that I'm out of town on the weekends and y'all are having to work, but I do appreciate y'all doing the Lord's duty. So yeah, I think that Stevie Wonder is going to be a fucking jam just because, and I think everyone can agree with this, especially our music fans. Shout out to our guys over at Lot Gossip. A festival set list usually sucks for like some people, like when you're actually genuinely interested in the artist, but your Sturgills and someone like your Stevie Wonders, or, you know, you want to hear just the fucking heater hits, and that's what they're going to bring. So I feel like Overland's going to be bringing the hammer down there near Levitt Pavilion. What is that? Ruby Hill Park is the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a winner chicken dinner. I think they're really going to knock it out of the park this week, and I wish y'all the best of luck. And do you want to give a shout-out to the chef that you'll be working with, or should we remain nameless? How does that work?
Well, I mean, his name's Merlin, which is great. But he's worked events like Lollapalooza in Chicago. So it's going to be an awesome time. And hopefully we'll give you a little bit more info. Maybe we'll have him on the podcast after it and talk about, like, how food works at concert events and things like that. Just what goes into these festivals.
Does he sell more than grilled cheese?
I believe so.
All right. So, yeah, I would love to have him on the pod. Not only does he see some shit, he's probably had a fair amount of fun himself. And I am curious to see. I feel he would really fit the stoned Appetit nature. Like, festy food would be like, he's the epitome of that whole copyright trademark saying.
No doubt. Yeah. And he did go to all 3 nights of Fish. I know that for a fact. So
did he work them?
No, he just went to attend them.
There you go. So that's what we want. So you should have a good time at Grandoozy with El Chef. He'll be on the pod. We'll tease that. Come check that out probably 2 weeks when I'm out of the country. Chris will probably host a little restaurant week there. So let's continue on. Obviously, Grandoozy isn't the only thing going on this weekend. Some of our boys from the team, we do have it's a little bit of personal affair. We want to we'll lead that off with the Congress. Obviously, it was a Colorado-based band. They will be back this weekend. They've been touring for the last couple of years, now centrally located in Virginia, to do a benefit over at a friend of ours, which is not our mutual friend, but it's actually Mile High Spirits, where the podcast got kicked off. They'll be doing a nice little fundraiser Friday night, so get over there. Drinking for a good cause always makes the hangover a little bit easier. Chris, I'm not sure exactly how many nights that you'll be free, but I would recommend it for all of our friends. But I do have an event I think you will be able to make. And I think a lot of our friends and family should, know about this as well. It's the Taste of the Highlands, Thursday night.
Yeah. I actually might try to make it up there Thursday night, depending on how my week turns out. But yeah, I think like I'm going to look into this event a little more, but it's just kind of covering that whole neighborhood area where, you know, there's lots of good restaurants. Things are popping up all the time. So I don't see why it wouldn't be a great event.
I agree wholeheartedly. But so I'm going to surprise you a little bit here. So obviously the restaurant, whatever the Highlands Affair, it's got all of that 32-second block area, all those fucking restaurants. Bardo, Highland Tap, Uncle, Low High, which is terrible, Recess, Occidental, all of those places. And then it's also bringing in Tennyson. So if there was a fight, let's talk about like 2 wars here. And the only folks that live in Denver will understand this. If you had to choose the places that are in that little bridged area of Low High, like your Bardos, your Highland Taps, your Recess, Postino, Bamboo, versus the folks on the Tennyson Strip, who would win, the Strip or the Highland?
Damn.
I know.
I
don't know if it's a food battle or if it's a physical battle or a sexual battle. Well, let's go food-wise. Like, if you could only have one, like if it's fuck, murder, fuck, murder, marry, you're only got 2. You have to fuck one and kill one. You can only have one. Would you rather have Tennyson Street or would you rather be Team Low High?
I don't know. To be honest with you, man, I kind of like what's going on Tennyson Street. They've got new things popping up over there. It's a bit more of a casual type atmosphere, so sometimes it just plays a little bit better to me, but I go over there all the time for Call to Arms Brewery, which is great. Also, Il Porcini Salumi is over there. Another one of our favorites, and should be yours if it's not. But, you know, they got hops and pie. They've got all sorts of stuff going on Tennyson. And I just feel like it's a little bit easier to walk around, and you don't necessarily have to break the bank all the time.
Okay, so I'm kind of in agreement with you on this. And I know this was an improv segment. We're doing a little fuck, marry. Yeah, it's a little very Game of Thrones this year. But we're picking sides here if there was a battle of regions. And if you break it down, you're right. You break the bank a little bit more on Linger and L5 in that, you know, upper region. But if you go Tennyson, you get hops and pie, and you kind of get that blue pan area right there around 32nd, because that's kind of all congested. And I know we're stretching it here, but you get a fair amount of pizza. You get the new ramen place that can fight with Uncle. I mean, you're not losing if you had to fuck one and kill one if you chose just Tennyson. And I think hops and pie is the winner for me. I think we've harped on this before. That's my number one pizza. And I think Royal Burger's enough, and then you get the ice cream. So obviously you lose Little Man's, which is fighting words for some folks in this town. But I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to lie. The ice cream on this side of town where we live, uptown, on the East Colfax side, is a lot better ice cream than it is in the Highlands. But that's just me.
I think you're right there, and I think it doesn't hurt that Licks is less than a block away, so you don't even have to break a sweat walking down there.
Yes, sir. I'm not going to lie. That is great. That is great. So let's continue on. That was actually a good little tangent. I kind of liked that.
Yeah. Oh, and about Kip's favorite hops and pie, with GABF coming up in the future, check out them because they're going to have events going on, tappings. It's awesome. I usually swing by there every year. And check out, again, we got to harp it because it went live this past week. Our website, novacancyco.com. We'll be posting some things that are going to be going on for the GABF beer week coming up.
Yeah, we're going to probably do some fuck murder. Fuck murder. Yeah, it is.
You messed that up.
It's fuck, marry, kill, not fuck, murder, kill. Otherwise, it just gets a little vicious and bloody.
Yeah.
What's it called? Yeah, so we'll be at the GABF. We'll probably do staggered shifts there because we all remember what happened the last time I went. I got kicked out of all those bars afterwards. So me being like an event person this year, I may have to behave. But we'll dive into that next week, and then we'll recap me going to jail the following week. But I do appreciate you joining me this week. Chris, before we wrap it up, if there's a bar that someone needs to be at this weekend and you're not going to be at one of those big events, what's the bar we're hitting up?
I mean, so bar-wise, I really want to check out Middleman. It's on East Colfax. I just want to check that out. But if you want to go for a good afternoon party, beer, our mutual friend, which we harped on earlier, one of my favorite breweries this month and all the time, but they're having their gratitude party on the 15th. I went last year. It's great. It's free. They're going to release beers. They're going to have some swag. I think you can even purchase like a nice, they always do cool glasses. So, you know, go check out their website. And it's going on this weekend. They'll have food trucks, lots of good fucking beer. Get out there.
Hey, fun fact, it's going to be hot as fucking balls this week. So not only does our mutual friend have... So, Chris, in summation, recap the evening for us.
All right, guys. So, I mean, we covered the events of last week. We harped on our website. And let's harp on the website one more time, because why not? It's the first week, and, I mean, it feels good to have a website up.
We're live, brother.
Yeah, we're getting more legit by the day. But anyways, if you go to our website, you'll notice we have a couple tabs. If you clicked on the Stoned Appetit tab, I have just kind of like my ideas on places to go this month. So I talk about like my favorite coffee spot right now to grab a cup of joe. I mentioned like, you know, one of my late night food options this month. I haven't been to brunch in a while, but I harp on a brunch spot I'd like to go to. And obviously, I'm not going to tell you that because you need to go to our website.
Go check it all out.
Yeah,
Tease them a little bit.
it's awesome. I mean,
Everything from date nights to brunches are breakfast in the